Hey everyone, and it is Friday. That means it is virtual shout out time. And so today we're going to go ahead and move through our list of students who were just extra special this week. In Miss Monty's class, we have Briella Garcia. Briella is so positive. She does all her work and she's enthusiastic about it. She is always ready to share with a big smile on her face. And she takes pride in her work and does a beautiful job. She puts her learning first and even showed up for all her meetings while vacationing in Las Vegas. Nice. She is growing in reading, math, and writing very quickly. I'm so proud of her. In Mrs. Suarez's class, we have Lexi Vega. Lexi is always prepared for her learning. She has her materials ready for our group and small group meetings. She participates and asks questions and always has a positive attitude. I'm so proud of her. In Mrs. Spray's class, we have Madison Mason, and Madison's been working really hard all year long. She comes to each Google Meet prepared and ready to learn. She has been working hard on her assignments, and I love hearing her determination in her voice in all of her seesaw assignments. She is always so cheerful and tries her very best. I'm so proud of you, Madison. Keep up the great work. In Miss Miller's class, we have Emily Zabala. Emily is a leader every day. She participates in class and is always prepared each day. When the Google Meet kicked me out of the meeting this week, Emily took charge and ran the class until I got back. In Mrs. Tomachov's class, we have Ashley, and Ashley always comes to Google Meets prepared. It's evident that she's taking necessary steps to accomplish her trimester one goals by the progress she's made in her letter knowledge and of names and sounds of the letters. And she participates in all we do and always completes her assignments. Way to go, Ashley. Keep up the great work. In Mrs. Sparza's class, we have Chelsea Flores, and she's always making sure to show up to our meets on time and has her materials ready to go. She is sure to finish all of her work before moving on to playing to have fun. Keep doing a great job, Chelsea. In Mrs. Cook's class, we have Alyssa Moctezuma, and Alyssa uses her daily schedule to make sure she enters Google Meets on time. She starts her work early to make sure she does not fall behind. I'm so proud of her. In Miss Pineto's class, we have Anthony Contreras. Anthony's been showing up on time to the Google Meets and completing assignments. He participates in class during discussions and listens to feedback. He is always ready to learn, and I'm so proud of the progress he has made in such a short time. In Miss White's class, Ava Ramirez is really taking charge of her learning, and she starts out her day with her learning plan and linked assignments open so she's prepared and ready to go. She sets a great example to her classmates through the effort and participation in our daily lessons. I'm very proud of how much she has grown since the beginning of the year. Keep it up, Ava. You're amazing. In Mrs. Rourke's class, we have Mason Perales, and Mason's participating in our classroom meets. He's raising his hand to answer questions and sharing his work with his classmates. He is working hard to learn his letters and sounds. Great job, Mason. In Mrs. Uribe's class, we have Noah Aguilar, and Noah's been working hard in class too. He's been practicing his sight words at home so he can pass Unit 1 sight words, and he came to the meeting today and passed Unit 1. Way to work hard, Noah. Keep it up. In Mrs. Rivera's class, we have Liana Armstrong. Liana begins with the end in mind every day in class. Since the beginning of the school year, she made sure to focus on what's most important. And she approaches each day with establishing what her big rocks are and then works towards the small ones. Liana has truly become an amazing leader in our class. What a rock star. In Mrs. Crater, Mrs. Galizio's class, we have Jerry Ramirez, and Jerry begins with the end in the mind by being on time to class and ready to learn. He's always willing to participate in everything we do and knows what he needs to complete so he can enjoy the rest of his day later. Keep up the great work, Jerry. In Mrs. Rosenblum's class, we have Mark Pham, and Mark begins every day with the end, beginning with the end in mind by completing all of his assignments, attending class every day, and approaching everything he does with a positive attitude. He sets high goals for himself and works hard each day to reach them. Mark encourages his classmates and always keeps us all smiling. I know he's going to achieve great things this year. Keep it up, Mark. I'm so proud of you. In Mrs. Polder's class, we have Natalie Sarabia, and Natalie demonstrates habit too. Begin with the end in mind by coming to all of our meets, always doing her best on assignments, and she's always ready to learn. Great job, Natalie. In Miss Ortiz's class, we have Luke Duran, and Luke makes sure he attends all of the live meetings. He's always ready to learn and is respectful during class. Luke works hard to complete and turn in assignments. Great job, Luke. In Mrs. Wilkinson's class, we have Kiali Jotimus, and Kiali has a game plan every week to finish all his assignments. He checks in with me all the time to make sure he's on task. He strives to do best on everything, and never gives up. He knows hard work is rewarding. Good job, Kelly. You're so awesome. In Mrs. Lipsit's class, we have Valentina Uristigi. Sorry if I botched that name, but beautiful first name Valentina has made a point to clarify our learning targets for the day while she juggled personal appointments and has been in different locations for the class this week. Let's go ahead and see. Mr. Mitchum also has a nice little shout out here to Brianna Romo. This week, Brianna joined me in my Google Meet lunch. During the time with me, she wanted me to read her essay she had. Very nice. I always love reading students' work too. And in Mrs. Gergis's class, we have Marco Aragon. Marco makes sure to always go over his big rocks for the day when he's missed our meets due to not being home, and he checked in with me later and completed his assignments. Good job, Marco. I also want to give a shout out to one young lady in particular, Miss Jade Cruz from Mrs. Spalding's class. She really was standing up and really taking responsibility for some actions. And she really turned it around by knowing that some things that we do might not always be the best choices at first, but we always learn from our mistakes. Again, everybody have a wonderful weekend. I'm so proud of you. And again, keep up the great work. See you later.